Imagine starting a teeny sticker shop as a hobby and waking up one day to realize you've made nearly $1 million. That's exactly what happened to this Etsy seller. And you can achieve this too. You just need to be consistent and follow a proven step-by-step formula. And the best part about this business model is that you don't need any prior design experience or fancy skills, just a computer and an internet connection, because a lot can be done these days leveraging AI. So stay with me until the end of this video because I'm gonna walk you through everything from generating your ideas to preparing your finished stickers to selling them online. And don't worry, it's not super complicated. I'm gonna share an easy to follow step-by-step. So let's jump right into it.
So the first step is the most crucial part. It's the research. You can be extremely creative, but if you get this part wrong, unfortunately, you will be uploading sticker designs that have no demand. So the first step that we're gonna do is we're going to go on social media. We can actually go on Instagram and look at some of the stickers that are getting lots of traction. So lots of social media engagement. What we're looking for is IG Reels with lots of views and lots of different comments, and we also want to analyze the comments. The reason we want to do that is that it's going to give us data as to what people are actually liking. And with that data, obviously we're not going to copy our competition, but what we're going to do is we're going to look at some of the patterns that are currently trending. So for instance, raccoons are trending right now. Unicorns also have been trending. So we look at all these design elements that people are gravitating towards so we can inform our design decisions when we are creating our very own sticker. So this part is actually extremely crucial. Going through social media, it could be Instagram, TikTok, also through Facebook, analyzing what people are liking and sharing. And based on that information, we're gonna have an understanding of what is in high demand, what are people into, so we can take those ideas when we start designing our very own stickers. Also, quick tip, make sure to not use elements that are trademarked, so always avoid any Disney or Pixar characters. I wouldn't want you to get into trouble. So now comes the fun part. Now that we have some ideas of what we can potentially create, we're going to go on Playground. Playground.com is an AI design tool specifically for print-on-demand sellers like ourselves. And what we're gonna do is we're simply going to look for stickers, which is right here, and we're gonna start designing our very own stickers leveraging AI. So as you can see, there are multiple styles that we can choose from, and we provided different prompts in order to create what we want. In this case, I'm going to choose this specific design, and as you see, so it's providing us with the design. We can ask it a prompt, and in this case, I'm going to say, let's change the duck for a raccoon because raccoons are trending right now, and it's going to create it for us. Now, with the nature of AI, you always have to tweak and modify the design that it's going to render for you. So I do like some of these designs. However, as you can tell, the font is not properly being showcased. So I'm gonna ask it, please change the font so it can be seen. And the purpose here is essentially to play around with the different prompts to ensure that you get the specific design that you are looking for. Now, this is already much better. On my way to make some bad decision, now we can actually see the text. So let's simply select this one, and then it's gonna provide us with different styles that we can choose from. So in this case, it's going to take the duck and it's going to replace it by the raccoon. So we're gonna click on that and see what it creates for us. But what I love about Playground.com is that it makes it really easy for us to create different designs based on what we're looking to create. So in this case, stickers, and have different prompts that we give it. And in real time, it's going to help us generate designs that we're looking for. So this is super cute. On my way to make some bad decisions. And I created another one right here, and I'm gonna share with you guys. So this is a different style as well. This is a little bit more vintagey. And once we are done, what we wanna do is we're gonna go ahead and export our design. So in this case, we're gonna do export, and we're gonna make sure as well that we remove the background. This is important because we want to be uploading this to our print-on-demand supplier. So we're gonna do upscale, remove background. And now all that's left for us to do is go ahead and download our design without the background. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I relish my time. I rather spend my time at the beach, which is why I don't recommend that you buy a laser printing machine, because not only it's gonna take us time to create all these different stickers, but imagine shipping them as well manually to all your customers. Personally, I want to avoid that. So we're going to be using, in this case, a print-on-demand supplier like Printify. By the way, you can create a free account. It's super easy to set up with any platform, whether it's Shopify, Etsy, or even TikTok Shop. Now, they don't have a big inventory when it comes to stickers, but you also have card magnets. In our case, we're going to be doing the Kiss Cut stickers because we want to have this kind of like design, but you can browse through their catalog to see what fits your particular needs. So we're going to go ahead and create our sticker based on the design that we already downloaded from Playground. So we're going to simply click on starting design, and we are simply going to upload the design that we created on Playground. And now what we're going to do is we want to get a preview of the type of mockups available on Printify, because obviously mockups are what is going to sell our particular product. For this next step, presentation is everything. You could have the best sticker design in the world, but if you're not presenting in a way that is easy for your customers to understand what it is you're selling, it's going to be hard for you to get those sales. And personally, I am not in love with the mockups that Printify is generating for us here. So in this case, and I'm going to show you an example of what I mean. Here's an example of a good mockup. It's a flat lay, and this was easily done on Canva. You could see what the sticker is about. And as you can see, customers are, it's already had 592 sales. So customers are resonating with that particular mockup. Now, there's multiple ways that we can do mockups. One is with Canva, but you also can use a tool like Place It. And we can do a quick search for stickers. And in this case, we'll see different mockups that we can leverage. Now, it's a little bit limited, I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to stickers. So we might have to do some witchcraft over here where we take a mockup that we like and then we simply change the background around. So instead, we're gonna create our very own mockup using Canva. So in this case, what I did is that I added an element called wood. So just like a wooden background. In this case, I added this one, and then I uploaded my sticker from playground.com, obviously without the background. And now the other thing that's very important for us is we need to go ahead and add a drop shadow. So we're going to go under effects, we're gonna do edit, we're gonna go under effects, and we're gonna click on shadows. In here, you'll see we have like multiple options to choose from. We're gonna do a page lift because that's gonna make it feel more authentic, right? Like we actually took the photo. You can also have it angled, but we're gonna do page lift. It's gonna look better. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and download this image, and we're gonna go ahead and upload it to Printify. Now I've gone ahead and uploaded my mockup directly in the mockup library for the product. And I'm gonna go ahead and save my selection. And you can do that and add different backgrounds. So we're gonna go back to my mockup library, uploaded by me, and we're gonna make sure that we added. So I forgot to do that. We're gonna save our selection. We're gonna make this our primary sticker. And now I highly recommend as well that you upload more images, but for the nature of this tutorial, I'm just uploading one. And then we need to create our title. So we're gonna see if we can generate it with AI. Funny sticker of raccoon saying on my way to make some bad decisions. And let's see what it generates for us. So it created for me a great product title and a description, along with some ideas of different keywords that I could use. So I'm gonna apply all this to my listing. When it comes to tags though, guys, like make sure that you do the due diligence of using a tool like eRank or Allura.io or Everbee in order to make sure that these tags are going to get you traction, right? If we simply go back to this competitor we were looking at, we can also analyze their listing, go under tags to see some of the tags that they're using, right? And we can copy those tags and do some additional research. So just an FYI, right? Like the tags that Printify are providing you are just suggestions. You need to do your due diligence. Now we're going to go ahead and publish our listing. Ta-da! And just like that, our listing is now live. One thing thing worth noting when it comes to sticker and print on demand is that your profit margins are going to be a little lower. But this can be a great way for you to test with very minimal cost what are customers into, because once you have a design that is a proven design that is doing well on a sticker, then you can simply transfer it to another product, put it on a t-shirt, on a cap, the list goes on. So while yes, the profit margins are not as high, especially if you're doing print on demand, you have to remember that this can be your low-hanging fruit for customers to find your store and for you to get data as to whether or not that design has potential to begin with. So this is a great way to understand what are people into without you having to have any upfront cost, if you will.
Lastly, remember, the more designs you create and upload, the more opportunities you will have to generating sales. Consistency is key. And if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, make sure to go and watch my 3 hidden print-on-demand products to explode your Etsy business. All right, guys, until next time.